Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. For this video I will be trying something out that I saw on Instagram and then on YouTube. First time I saw it was on Britta's page, Britta. I think she's German. She did this lovely letter, shabby chic letter, and she said she saw the technique on YouTube, and it was G or GI, G. I don't know how would you pronounce it. And then I went to see her video, and that was just so pretty. I had to try it out. So I have my shabby chic colors over here. I am forgetting all the browns. I do not want to use browns on my shabby chic. I really want to do a junk journal with shabby chic tones, but these shabby chic tones, I even printed out a nice color palette with shabby chic, and you can see no browns. I'm getting a little bit tired of the browns. I always get tired of the browns. So I chose this color palette, and it has a nice blue. It has like a gray color, a very light gray. It has, and it then has pink. It has 3 pink colors. Tongue twister there for me. So no browns. I know there are shabby chic palettes with some browns. They look fabulous, but like I said, I'm getting a little tired of the browns. So I really want to do a nice shabby chic album without the browns. And I always do try and do shabby chic this color palette on my junk journals, but the brown just somehow goes in there. Uninvited, but anyway, it always comes in and it always looks good. It still looks good. And as I said, I hid my browns away, and I have my pinks. I have my tea dye, which in my opinion is more pink than brown, or my one is more pink than brown. And then I have my spiced marmalade. This is like an orangey, and I'm scared this is too orangey, but we'll see how that comes out. I do have some extra printed paper here just to test the colors out. And I have my Victorian Velvet. That's a nice, very soft pink. And then I have worn lipstick. We'll see how this one goes, because if this is too bright and strong, I'll have to not use it. And then I have my blues. Can you see my blues here? I have Broken China. I have Stormy Sky. I have shaded lilac. Not so much of a blue, but it's a purple and blue. Shaded lilac. And then I have a grey, pumice stone. I think that's how you say it. Pumice stone. And before I put these on the paper, I will test them out on my little pieces of paper then right there. And so what G did, I'm just going to call her G because I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. What she did was, she said she used a normal copy paper, you know, the ones that you put in your printer to print out. I cut mine in half. It was an A4, and I just cut it in half because I just want to try it. And then she uses glue stick and not Mod Podge. She does say you can use Mod Podge. But I'm going to try the glue stick and see how that works. And then, of course, the napkins. I don't have many napkins. Well, I don't have many pretty napkins. In Portugal, I can't find napkins. And I've been everywhere. I've even been to the Chinese warehouse. And no pretty flowery napkins. All these, other type of napkins. But I do have these napkins from my swaps with Pamela. Or Pam, I think she's Pam. She's Pam. Sorry, not Pamela, she's Pam. Could be short for Pamela, but she's Pam. And she gave me these beautiful napkins. And this one here is very cute. And it's the most closest to shabby chic that I can get at the moment. So, let's see if I can separate the top layer of this one. It's pretty easy. Hold on. I think I still need to separate one more. Yes, I do. There's another one in there. I think. Is there another one in there? I'm sure there's another one in there. It still feels very thick. It's going to take a while. Why'd you give me hard things, Pam? Maybe it's hard because there is only one here. Well, I can't get it out. Oh, there. Ah, knew there was still one more in there. Okay. Now we will save this one when I need to clean up something, because I am going to use distress ink, and we will need to do some cleanup. By the way, do you see this thing over here? That is my very first Starbucks mug. It's not those pretty ones that I see on Instagram all the time. It's a simple, well, not very pretty looking thing, but it's my first one, so, and it's got my cappuccino in it. Okay, so I have this, and I have this one. And so what she does was just cut or tore. I don't even know if she cut or she tore, but I like tearing, so I will be tearing. Let's see if this tears nicely. And it does tear pretty nicely. She tears around her image. It goes very square. It's like, I think I will be cutting around that actually. Oh, I have seen, you know what? I have seen some ladies tear with water. And I think that's what I should have done. Whoops. Because that would have been nicer, I think. Someone just shut a door. Let me go get my paintbrush and the water so that I can cut around that very nicely. I have seen that technique, so I'll be showing you that. Okay, I have my water thing, reservoir, and a little paintbrush. The other way around. I want this out and I want this in. Just wet the paintbrush. And how does it go? Let me start on a big place here. So apparently if you wet the napkin just enough alongside the drawing, the drawed edge, the painted part, a little bit far away from the actual where it's painted or where it's drawn, and you just go along. It would look slightly better than when it's torn, because my tear just went straight, and I don't like that. Hope I'm not out of frame there. Let me just do this little part here. So apparently you just tear it and it will, oh look at that, that'll just go so nicely and it will break away nice and easy and right along where you have wet the napkin. That looks much better than a straight cut. Alright, let's just put that aside and let me do this one. Now I think this really is the last layer. Could it not be more layers in there? I think that's the last one. Okay, so now these images are repeated. So I will try to cut around one or each one of the repeats. And this one will, let me just, do something like that. Maybe one will be going that way and this one will go that way. This one does have a little bit of green, but it's alright, it's not going to bother me. Although my color palette has no green, I think the Shabby Chic can accept a nice faint green. Now I do have this very straight edge. Let me see if I can do something to that. Maybe round it up here, and definitely on the side. So let's see, that came out nicely. Okay, that looks better than the straight edge. Shall I do another one or is that enough? My paper isn't that big, so, and I do like to reserve space for journaling, so that can be somewhere here, and that can be somewhere there. Now, G had a wonderful napkin, where she had a script napkin. Now, where she got that from, I really don't know. I have asked her, because I think she's in Portugal, so hopefully she did buy that in Portugal. But I think for those that do not have a napkin, they can also use stamps, or they can just if you do know how to script write, to just write it by hand. I don't know how to script, and my stamps are way too small, but I think I will be using them, so I don't think that'll be too bad. I will try them out. Excuse me. I will try them out, and I do have this one. It is very small, but because my page is smaller, I don't think it will look that bad. So I will have that ready as well with my stays on. Put that to the side. Okay, so that's done. I think I will be using just these ones. I'm just positioning them where I want them to be. No, I like the writing first, so that'll go up there and that'll go over there. You can overlay, you can... Alright, and she uses glue sticks. I'm going to use glue stick, and I think I actually prefer to use glue stick to the Mod Podge for this one, because if I'm going to make a vintage letter, right? A vintage letter, and this is to put in a junk journal, right? So my view is, if I'm going to make a vintage letter, looking letter, I will want a journal on it as well. I will be doing my stamp. My stamp does have journal, but I will want to write on it myself. So wherever I won't put the stamp, that's where I will journal. And where will I have space for journaling? On top of my napkins. So I'll have to see how that will work out. Because I know if you journal on Mod Podge, some pens don't work on Mod Podge. And that's why I think gluing this with a glue stick is a little bit better if you want to journal on top of what you have just glued down. And the Mod Podge glue, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't accept half of my pens, so I'm not doing it with Mod Podge. It just stuck on my finger. And I hope I put enough glue, just a little bit more on this side. Too much. It happens sometimes. Just put it too much to the side. And as long as the whole napkin is touching glue. Okay, now that is really sticky. Let's put some for this side here. Now, I can't remember, and I'm actually thinking right now, I can't remember, but I think I'm doing it right. I think she did it in this order. Napkin first and then distress ink, so that you can distress over your napkins, so that it will all look uniform. Oh, there's a little butterfly there. I hadn't realized that. Cool. Okay. I hope that is one layer. Or only layer. It feels so much more thicker than this one. I have to go underneath there. Alright, so that's it. Now I will have to wait for the glue to dry, so why not start another one? I will be doing maybe 2 more, because I have 2 of these left, or 3 of these left, and I will just leave this one to test out my inks. So I'll be doing 2 more and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I have the 3 pages done with the napkins, and the glue is sort of dry. What I did with these 2 was that I did the same page with the same napkin. I didn't mix the 2, so I think that looks much better when I use the same napkin, and this one looks much better using the same napkin as well. Let's go in now and distress. Where's my test paper? This is, or each one of them has their own. No, this one doesn't have any. That one will be there. Alright, let's go for the tea dye first. Excuse me. My voice is going froggy again. So let's see how you... Oh, I think my tea dye is very dry. But it's very faint, so that'll be actually quite nice. And this is going... This will be an okay color. I'm not very convinced because it's still very brown, and I have my color palette here just to, oh, I'm forgetting something. Before we go on to the distress, I was forgetting. I'm glad I touched my color palette because my stamp was there. First we need to stamp. Let's stamp the script because I really liked the effects of the script in Gi's tutorial. So for those of you who are curious of who this Gi is, you can look up on the YouTube channel, on her YouTube channel, and she is, I'll spell it for you, it's G-I, and then K-E-R-R, so K-E-R-R. And you know what, I'm actually going to do this, because this one looks way better if you did that like that. Yeah, much better. So away with my block thingy. Some on the napkin as well. Hey, that's mine. That's the glue sticking. That one's done. I'm doing this very randomly and very messy. It's quite a, oh, that's just a blob of glue there. See if I can take that out. Yeah. Try and put that in the dustbin. If it would like to leave my finger, it is not leaving my finger. Where's that other napkin here? It wasn't leaving my finger. Alright. Let's go more script. Let's put it somewhere there. You know what I will do? Make it more faint. Put that there and then that there. Oh, that looks much better. Yes. Should have a grayish color stamp. Stays on, but I don't have a grayish color. It stays on. And you have this one, so this makes it grey. Oh, where's my other one? I keep packing things away that I shouldn't. So I kind of smudged a bit, but not worried. Not very worried about that. One more right there. Okay, now I'm ready to distress. I'm anxious for distressing. So we have had the tea dye. Let's see this spiced marmalade, and I'll use the same tea dye because it's sort of an orangey. Let's take that excess away. Oh, that's very orange, very orangey. Okay, let's get this. I think this will be the winner. I'm hoping this will be the winner. Ooh, that's quite dark. That'll be like this one here. I wish I had these. Maybe I'll get that from the shaded lilac. Okay. See how light I can do this. It's still very red. Why is it red? I want a pink, a nice light pink. Oh, that was really pink. I can see it on my craft mat. I did ask for something pink, didn't I? I like that. Okay, this is a winner. These two. Let me see my lilac. I wish I had a thingy for my lilac. Let's just do the blue. Let's do the blue first. My broken china. Okay, that's definitely approved, and I knew that would be approved. I like my broken china. Let's go for I need that shaded. What? Now, one thing before I go on, I have a whole bunch of pink on my craft mat. Let's just clean it out. You see? Don't forget to clean it out before they start to mix. Wow, that actually looks more brighter than that, hey? Doesn't that look way more blue or, oh, I don't know. Let me see. A little bit of that, take excess. Oh, but I like that. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. A little bit dark, but if I do it nice and lightly, that's approved. Let's go for Stormy Sky. Let's go for Stormy Sky. Okay, Stormy Sky. I have to really take the excess of Stormy Sky because that's okay. This one, I will not be using my blue. Let me see if I have another one. Another little foamy thing for that color. I am in my suitcase. Oh, look, here's one. Here's one. Here's one. Looks like it hasn't been used with many browns. It was on my Fred burlap. Oh, wow. Okay, definitely not. Okay, and I did forget to take the excess, didn't I? Wow, that's way a little too much, unless I really take it out. I don't think I'll be using this one. Don't think I'll be using that one. Okay, let's put that one away. Pinks, blues. So this is not a winner. This is too orange. To orange, to brown, we got the pinks and the blues. Alright, and that basically is what I have here. Oopsie. Right, pinks and blues. And a little bit of that grey. Let's paint. Not paint, but let's distress. Distress. Let's try this one first because this was my first one. And we shall go for the pinks. I like this one, didn't I? I really like this one, so let me do this one first. Excuse me, you're supposed to stay on. Let me just clean my mat out of all the other awkward colors and all the other wrong colors. Spraying it with water would be so much better, but I don't have my water here now, do I? Oh no, why isn't this sticking? Stick. Oh, I just got my fingers full of... We are distressing, aren't we? So our fingers will go nice and colourful. Now this I really needed to take a lot off. Oh, so much. Where's my test paper? Okay. Let's see. I'm really going into the page. Nice pink in, and I'll leave some spots open for maybe a blue, and then we go all the way in. I want mostly blue, and let's go take another one. Let's get some more ink there because there's a lot of ink on that mat. I'm doing this very lightly. One thing I am noticing is that when I distress over the napkin, if it doesn't have glue, it will kind of come back up. So that's where the Mod Podge would do much better. I must try one with Mod Podge and just write over it, because I have no proof that I can't. Well, I do have proof. I do Mod Podge. Oh, it was with the matte. The matte I did write over it, so maybe I should use my matte instead of my gloss Mod Podge and see if my pens, well, I know half of my pens won't write over it, but we'll see. Oh, it's sticking onto me. Let me get the other one, and I'm using up all this lovely ink on my mat. I remember doing the napkin technique on my junk journal, my very first decorated junk journal, And I did use the Mod Podge. I used the matte Mod Podge. And I had to use a different pen because my pens wouldn't write on that. So that's why I'm saying that if I use Mod Podge on this, I wouldn't be able to write over it. Is that all my ink? Now let's go for the blue. I won't be using the Victorian Velvet. You know where I will be using the, I will show you where I will be using the Victorian Velvet. This one here. I will show you later where I will use that. Let's go for the broken china. Now this I will be using just on those spaces that are still white. And some of them, so then I can put some lilac in there. And this blends so nicely. All the distressings blend so nicely with each other. It's amazing. Oh, and no, I would never thought that my glue would actually grab hold onto the ink, and it is grabbing hold very nicely. Let's put blue on that one. This Prit is actually this glue stick Prit of mine. This one here. I was actually surprised the other day. Remember when I did the YouTube video of the process of the layering? And then I did that very short video to give you the difference between that very last lady that I did with a whole bunch of papers. There were 7 different types of papers laid on top of each other. I did the first one without distressing. And then I said I had to try with doing another one, but with distressing on each single layer of paper. And of course it came out much better. It came out so much better. But I had already glued the first one on my page. And you know, I did try to rip. I'm thinking, oh, I stuck it with this glue stick. It's awful. It doesn't stick at all. So I tried to take it out. You know that it did not come out. Oh, I was so upset. But anyway, not that upset. But I was, you know, bummed. But then I thought, look, you're not supposed to stick so nicely. And it actually does stick nicely. Almost ripped the page out. But it didn't take it. I didn't take it off. It stayed there and it's still there. So that is actually quite good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Alright, so that's the blue. Let's go to, which one was it? Was it this one or was it that one? Oh, can't remember. Was it that one? Was it the lilac? I'm sure it was a lilac one. Nice purpley one. Why are you crooked? Everything about me is crooked. Skew. Let's get that excess off. Okay, that's off. So really on those last bits of white that I left open. This one. That's a little too dark. And let's just do some on this one here. Okay, I left many white places on this one. Kind of forgot. But I'll go over the blue in some of the places. Okay, there we go. Now, we will, first before that, let me just cut these parts of the napkin that are out of my page. Get these out of the way. Do I have any on this side? No. Where's the other one? This one here. I really need to find some nice napkins. There used to be such a nice big store right in my town, and it closed. I was so upset. It was the only store I could get art supplies from. It was a good store, and it closed. So upset. You know what else needs to open up in my town? Starbucks. There's no Starbucks here. I went to Porto the other day, and they have 3 Starbucks just in that little area. And Porto's a big city. And there's none in Aveiro. I'm so upset. But anyway, And I got my awful little... It's awful because I censor... This is awful. Look how blur this is. And it was the only one there. Look how blur that is. It says sing louder. I mean, why do I want to sing louder? I don't even have a voice to sing louder. There was a green one that said relaxed hard, but it was green and yellow. Who does green and yellow? And I see so many pretty ones on Instagram and on internet. I want a Starbucks in Aveiro. I think I must do a petition, I think that's what you call it, on Instagram and on Facebook and everywhere, so that Starbucks can open in Aveiro. Who's with me? All the Portuguese girls out there. Who's with me? I hope I hear all of you shouting me. Alright, so enough moaning and groaning. Let's fold this like a letter. Right, so this will be folded like that, and wait, let's do this the other way around, because that's right, you will be journaling inside, right? I will be journaling inside, so this will be the outside. How about that? That's a good idea. I don't know, I can't remember how G did it or how Brita did it, but something like that. So you open it up in your journal inside. Was that it? Oh, that looks very cute. Oh, right, that's where I was going to use this one. So this is that very little darker pink. Where's my blending tool? I had this one with the blues and I had one with the pink. Where's the one with the pink? Was it not this one? Maybe it was this one. Doesn't matter. So let's go do the pink. Where's the pink? Use this one. And I will get all the other pinks out of there. No pink, okay. And I will use it on the edge over here above my fold. You know how the old letters always go darker on the fold? So I'll be using this one. Instead of using my vintage photo or any of the other browns, I will use this pink. And how does that, doesn't that look so much more natural? Look at that. I like that. I like that. And we'll do the corners. Normally the corners are where it gets a little bit more darker, right? So let's do that very, very lightly, because this is a very strong pink. Not a strong pink, but a very old, dark pink. I like that. I like that a lot. Just the corners there. That looks brilliant. This dressing is really, really, really brilliant. Especially if you want to do vintage things and, you know, shabby chic. Let's fold this one like a letter. Okay, well, that one's done, so... And my boys are finally playing outside because we have finally got some blue sky. Keep waking up in the morning with these overcast skies and cold mornings, and it's supposed to be summer. Where's our summer? There we go. That looks so nice. There's my other one. Last one. We are having not a very grand summer in Portugal. It's been very cold. I mean, I'm still drinking my cappuccinos in the middle of summer. Normally I'd have stopped in maybe June or July, definitely July. And this year it's August and I am still drinking my coffee, my cappuccino. Supposed to be on like a nice cold beer, or not that I like those traditional beers. I like the fruity beers, maybe cider. And in Portugal we have those nice beers with the fruity beers, the blackberry, redberry beer. Oh, I like those. Those are nice and sweet. I like sweet things. I don't like the awful tasting colour ones. Just get these little edges in. Alright, so there are my letters, and I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? They don't look as nice as Brita's letters or as G's letters, but they had very, very nice napkins. They had really shabby chic style napkins, and I only got these ones, which Pam lovingly gave me or sent me in our swap. But that looks, actually, I like that one. I think I'll be doing more of this one. Doesn't that look great? think, oh, you know what? She did even something else, and that's what I forgot in this one. She did a whitewash. She did a whitewash, and I think that's what's missing from my letters. The whitewash is just with an acrylic paint or with gesso, and I am remembering, oh, why don't I prepare these things? Do you find you don't prepare things and then, oh well, it's alright. It comes out to the same. It just makes it more real. Anyway, so maybe next time when I do this one, because I really like this one. I like that one there. I will be whitewashing this, but it didn't come out that bad. I'll still be using them, definitely still be using them. It's just that the whitewash you can write over this, and with the without the whitewash, or just as it is, I wouldn't be able to write over this, but I will write there. So still a win-win, right? Absolutely. All right, so these are going to go into a future Shabby Chic junk journal, and I am happy with my experience. I hope you give it a try, and please go check out Gi's channel. She does a tutorial way better than I did. And pay attention to what she says. So I will see you later.